junk removal service here in Dallas. Barely driving to work. I've done 2 estimates this morning. A huge back fence. They want me to pick it up. I gave them an estimate, $800, but junk removal during the holidays is a struggle for most junk removal companies because a lot of people live in areas where it snows. A lot of people live in areas and work in areas where they started their junk removal business where it's not, they're not capable of working. It's very difficult for them. Here in Texas, it gets cold and that's about all it does. We did have a winter storm a few years ago, but other than that, it's not a big deal. But with that said, I want to say that the holidays can be challenging for a lot of junk removal companies, but it's easy to find other methods to make money and bring in revenue. That's why I have so many small businesses on the side. That's why I'm able to stay busy all the time. And dude, I stay busy. Oh my gosh, man. Golly, I need a day off or something. I want to visit Austria. I don't know, I just saw something on YouTube. So, I want to bring up something else. I was doing it in estimate, right? I have this huge government contract. It's one of the biggest government contracts here with the Lockheed Air Force Base in Fort Worth. And, well, I want to kind of talk about this. So they're bringing in equipment, these tents. They're having the huge, I guess it's where all the military come to one place and they spend the night in these tents. It's like a boot camp they do for like a whole week. And they have over hundreds and hundreds of tents that they bring in. Well, this year they're getting rid of the tents. So this is going to be a winter thing. And they want it done on November 15th. So November 10th, they set up over 150 tents. 150 tents. And these tents have been used over the last 10 to 12 years, they said. And now they're done with. So the boot camp is not going to be using these tents anymore. And they want me, once they put them up, they want me to dispose of every single tent. Even the master quarters tents, that's what they call them, the master quarters tent. And I'm like, okay, how big is it? And they said, that's out 10 by 20. Well, how big are the other ones? They said 10. Some of them are 10 by 10. Some of them are 6 by 6. And I'm like, what? And I'm kind of thinking in my head, what kind of tents are they? And they're made from industrial material. They're not made from like tent material. They're like thick cloth, right? So I went down there today to go give an estimate. And they have to get 3 estimates. And the guy, he was really cool with me. I was just shooting the shit with him. He grew up in Lake Worth where my brother lives. And I told him that. He goes, oh man, I might know your brother. Where did he grow up? He graduated from Lake Worth, blah, blah, blah. We just started talking, right? Regardless. We got really cool. And he said, this is what he said. That a company has put in a bid already to remove these tents. And I'm like, okay, well, do you mind if I know? He goes, yeah, no problem, man. Listen, between me and you, and now I'm going to say it on my YouTube channel, so it doesn't really matter. There's 100 tents. So I'm getting out my calculator here. Okay. And he said they're going to take down every tent and the poles, load them, and they're going to charge $500 per tent. And I'm like, $500? They gave me a sample of the tent. I saw it, and I was like thinking maybe 100, 150 bucks for each one. But there's 100, he said over 110. So let's just do this at 120, okay? Times 120, this is a $60,000 job. If you're charging $500, that's the bid they put in. So I can put in something underneath. I don't know what the other company has put in, but I'm pretty sure if I put a bid in, he's going to tell them what my bid in. But if you do 150 times 120, that's $18,000. That's still a good number. That's still a good estimate to pick up tents. So again, if you catch this video late, Carswell Air Force Base, it's a base near Fort Worth. I don't live very close to it, but it's only like 28 minutes. They have a huge boot camp. They do it once a year during the winter. They bring in all these people from other places. But anyway, regardless. And they set up these tents for a whole week, and they run in through a boot camp. And then they take down the tents and take them. But this year, they're not going to take them down. They want us to dispose of them. They want to dispose of them because they're getting new tents. Understandable. They need a company, and they want me to put a bid out. Another company came out and gave a bid for 120 tents. $500 a tent. Now, I was looking at this tent a while ago. It didn't look like very common sense. I mean, it looks like you can run them over and pick them up and start loading them, right? So I'm going to put my bid out at 150, but then I found out that the other company put a bid at 500. So I'm going to put a bid. My actual number will be about, let's go with 250, okay? Times 120. That's $30,000. Jesus. Well, listen, if I only got to beat them, how about $300 times 120? It's $36,000, man. So I think that's what my bid is going to be. It's going to be $300 to take down one tent, and then they can do the multiplication. So that's my bid. You know, it's a big bid. It's got to be done on November 15th. If we need me send in my insurance, my W-9, they need me to send all that crap in, and then I can put the bid in. So that's where we're at right now. That's what I'm telling you. But I know during the holidays, a lot of people have a hard time getting these jobs and stuff. I'm probably a shoo-in for this job. I don't think I'm going to have a hard time getting this job, but I'm just kind of thinking of the people that, work during the winter and live in rural areas or just areas where it snows a lot and you can't do junk removal, right? It's very difficult. I wouldn't know that. I've been living in Texas all my life, and in Texas, it doesn't get like that. It doesn't get snowy where you just can't go walking outside. You open the front door, it's 6 foot high. You know, I don't do that. Anyway. Well, the guys, I wanted to just talk about that really quick, about the bid that I got, and then how difficult it is to work on during the winter. I don't have any, oh, by the way, I don't have any advice. I don't have an idea what y'all can do during the winter. I was just saying. Man, I don't know if this video makes any sense. And with that said, I'm going to end the video, guys. Don't forget, 2024, during March, I have the Junk Removal Summit. It's a huge, huge summit here in Dallas. I've had over 48 companies sign up. Looking forward to having more. If you can make it, try it. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Bye-bye.